across the ethereal plane lies a land full of magic and love. It is a land inhabited by a species of cute little magical beings who are so small, a person would have to look at them through a magnifying glass. As it is, this land is kept so secret no human has ever seen it. This is Fairyland, and the species who live here are called fairies, obviously. As the fairies are so small in size, there are literally trillions of them here, and they have allowed us unprecedented access to their world, and are giving us permission to tell some things about them. First, they want us to let you know that all the classic children's stories you've heard about princesses and girls who get chased by bears and wolves are named after them because this is where they actually came from. That's why we call them fairy tales. They come from the mind of Pixette, the author fairy, a 2,000-year-old fairy who just loves writing and telling stories. Second, they want us to tell you how they are born and age. When new fairies are born in the stars and burst into life when it's time for them to be born. They remain in their infancy until they turn 73, reach childhood, and start fairy school at 74, where they stay and hone all their fairy magic until they turn 125, at which point they become adolescent, start going out on training missions, which earns them their wings by the time they turn 345, upon becoming young adults and graduating from fairy school. At 345, they reach young adulthood and start studying for their twinkling ceremony, which ends by the time they turn 500, when they begin their 12-year transition period, which goes on until they turn 512. At this point, they are brought before the elders who ordain them to full adulthood with the twinkling, the ceremony at which they experience their transformation into fully fledged fairies, and send them out on their first mission off-world, which is always 10 years long. Upon returning from their mission at 522, they are given a long rest period before officially joining the fairy councils and being assigned to their first jobs in Fairyland. They reach middle age upon turning 1024, which gives them tenure in their jobs. They reach retirement age at age 2048, at which point they also become senior fairies. After retirement, they live peacefully until their twinkling dies out, and they die. So, they can live upwards of 10,000 years if their magic is strong enough for their twinkling to flare that long. It is against their law for fairies to fall in love with and have children with humans. It is a capital offence and will lead to their arrest, trial, conviction and execution by power draining and dusting for their act of treason against their kind. And finally, they are governed by the Fairy Council, and their calendar is measured by how many years it has been since their government was formed, and which council is in charge at the time, as the Fairy Council reshuffles every century and a new leader takes over. It is currently the year 1564 of the Council era, and year 64 of the 16th Council. That's all now, thanks for watching.